Have you ever noticed how life has a strange way of reuniting to us? Exactly what you are give to others?
Come inside, Ravi. Why waste time at that school? I have a job for you right here. You can earn much money.
We cheat a little here. That corner's a little there.
Thinking no one is watching, but the truth is the universe keeps its own record.
Every act of honesty and every act of dishonesty is quietly being weighed on a scale we cannot see. And one day, without warning, that scale dips. Many people believe they can outsmart life by being a clever, but life always has the last word. Because what goes around truly does come around, not as a saying, but as an unbreakable law of nature. This story is from a small village in India, where a simple exchange between a shopkeeper and a farmer reveals one of life's most powerful truths. You cannot cheat the world without cheating yourself. This story will make you think twice before you act dishonestly, even in the smallest way. And by the end, you will understand why the wise ones always say that karma never fails in the law of universe. So stay with me till the very end. Because the twist in the tale might just change the way you see your own actions forever. In a small village in the heart of India, there lived a shopkeeper named Harilal. His shop stood at the center of the village, a modest establishment with wooden shelves of jars of spices, bags of grains, and all the essentials, and with vegetables a village family might need. He wore a clean white kurta every day and greeted every customer with a wide smile that never quite reached his eyes. Like, share, and subscribe the channel for more valuable videos. Don't forget to comment. The villagers trusted them. After all, Hain had run the shop for 3 generations. When mothers send their children to buy rice or flour, they always said, "Go to Harilal buys his shop. He's an honest man." But here is the thing about trust, my friends. It can blind us to what lies beneath the surface. On the outskirts of the village, a humble farmer lady named Lakshmi. She owned land. Her husband was died few years back. She had son named Ravi. Ravi studying well and helping her mother growing vegetables. Ravi was studying in 10th standard in center of village school near Harilal's shop. Lakshmi grows a fresh vegetables the entire village. Every morning before the sun climbed too high, Ravi would ride his bicycle 3 kilometers to go and shop, carrying a 5-kilo vegetables to sell the Harilal shop. Ravi exchanged vegetables with Harilal. In return, Harilal gave Ravi groceries of the same weight. This arrangement continued for a few long years. Neither man questioned it, and neither spoke more than necessary. Lakshmi was not an educated woman, and her son was still very young age, so this was simply the way things were done. But greed is like a termite. It eats slowly, silently, from the inside, and Harilal greed had been eating at him from years.
Ravi, he looks too content for a poor farmer. Perhaps he has been cheating me all along.
Perhaps his vegetables is not a full kilogram. So that day when Ravi came with his vegetables, Harilal did something he had never done before. After Ravi left, he placed the vegetables bag on his weighing scale, the same scale he used for all his customers. His eyes widened. The vegetables weighed only 4,850 grams. Harilal shouted, his face red with anger. That wretched farmer has been robbing me for 5 years. Without wasting a moment, Harilal marched to the village panchayat, the council of elders. He demanded justice. He wanted Ravi and Lakshmi punished. He wanted compensation for every gram of vegetables he claimed he had lost. The village gathered under the great peepal tree, where the panchayat always met. Ravi and Lakshmi stood quietly, his head slightly bowed as Harilal shouted his accusations for everyone to hear. The head of the panchayat, Sarpanch, raised his hand for silence. His voice was calm but firm. Sarpanch said to Ravi, "Shopkeeper claims your vegetables has always been short of 5 kilograms. What do you say to this?" Lakshmi looked up. There was no fear in her eyes, only a quiet sadness. "Sarpanch ji," she said softly, "I am a poor lady. I do not own proper weighing scale. I never have." Harilal smirked. "Then how do you measure your vegetables?" he demanded. Lakshmi turned to face her accuser directly. "Every day," she said, "I buy 5 kilograms of flour from your shop. I take that flour home and place it on one side of my balance. Then I place vegetables until it matches the weight of flour. Whatever flour you give me, that is how much vegetables I give you." A stunned silence fell over the crowd. Sarpanch leaned forward. "So you are saying, Lakshmi, that if your vegetables are 4850 rupees, it is because of the atta you received was also 4850 grams? "Yes, sir, Punchy," Lakshmi replied. "I have no other measure." Harilal had been cheating Lakshmi and Ravi on the flour, and in his honesty, Ravi had simply been reflecting that weight back to him. The truth struck the village like a thunderclap. Harilal had been cheating customers for years, giving them less flour and some other groceries than they paid for. And now, his own dishonesty had returned to him, measured perfectly, gram for gram. The Sarpanch stood up, his eyes burning with a stern, righteous light. He looked at Harilal, who was now staring at the dust by his feet, unable to meet anyone's gaze. "Harilal," the Sarpanch said, his voice ringing with authority, "you dug a pit of greed, hoping to catch a simple man, but you forgot that the path you walk is the same one you paved for others by cheating Ravi. You cheated yourself. You have not only lost your money, you have lost your honor too." The panchayat decision was swift. Harilal was ordered to repay Ravi for 5 years of lost gain and was banished from the village. He left that village within a month in shame, cheating a poor lady, carrying the heavy burden of his own dishonesty, a weight far heavier than any kilograms of gold. Ravi and Lakshmi continued growing vegetables in the village, and they had a small shop in villages, which they built on their own honesty. The village learned a lesson they would never forget. This simple village tale carries profound wisdom for all of us. Always find their way back to us. The universe keeps own accounts. Harilal thought he was clever, cheating his customers by small amounts that no one would notice. But life has a way of balancing its scales. What you give to the world, kindness or cruelty, honesty or deception, will eventually return to your own doorstep. In life, do we eventually face the consequences of our own actions? We may get away with doing wrong once, twice, or even several times, but one day or another, we must pay for our deeds. The law of karma never fails. Here's some good advice from the story. Be honest, not because people are watching, but because of your actions are shaping your future, whether you realize it or not. Never underestimate the power of small actions. Harilal thought a few grams less would not matter, but those few grams over 5 years destroyed his entire reputation and life. Trust the process. If you are doing the right thing and life seems unfair right now, be patient. The scales of karma are always balancing. Your time will come. Please like, share, and subscribe the channel for more stories like this.